The Newmans celebrate a major victory as Phyllis unleashes on Christine. An original fan fiction inspired by The Young and the Restless. The lights of the Newman ranch shimmered against the warm evening sky as the entire Newman family gathered for a celebration unlike any they had enjoyed in months. Victor Newman stood proudly beside Nicky, raising a crystal glass as laughter echoed through the grand living room. After weeks of corporate warfare, legal battles, and betrayals, Newman Enterprises had secured a decisive victory over its rivals. Victoria smiled as Claire congratulated her on the company's latest triumph. Nick exchanged amused glances with Sharon while Adam quietly accepted Victor's rare words of praise. "For tonight," Victor declared, "we forget the battles. Tonight, we celebrate family." Applause filled the room. Yet across Genoa City, another celebration was the last thing on one woman's mind. Phyllis Summers sat alone in the athletic club lounge, staring at the headline on her tablet announcing Newman Enterprises' victory. Every sentence felt like a personal insult. "They always win," she muttered bitterly. Her thoughts drifted immediately to Christine Blair. In Phyllis's eyes, Christine had spent years judging her, reminding everyone of mistakes she'd already paid for. Every courtroom appearance, every smug smile, every moral lecture still burned in Phyllis's memory. When Daniel approached the table, he instantly recognized the dangerous look in his mother's eyes. "Mom, what are you planning?" Phyllis forced a smile. "Nothing." Daniel sighed. "Whenever you say nothing, somebody ends up regretting it." Meanwhile, Christine met Paul for coffee, unaware that she was about to become the center of another storm. Although Paul had retired from much of Genoa City's endless drama, he still understood the city's familiar patterns. "I heard Victor finally got his victory," Paul said. Christine nodded. "He earned it." Neither noticed Phyllis entering the cafe. She wasn't interested in coffee. She wanted confrontation. Christine looked up. "Phyllis." The single word carried decades of unresolved history. Phyllis smiled coldly. "So, enjoying another Newman victory?" Christine remained calm. "I'm happy justice worked out." That sentence ignited everything. "Justice?" Phyllis laughed sarcastically. "You don't know the first thing about justice." Several customers turned toward the growing argument. Paul stepped between them. "Let's all calm down." But Phyllis wasn't listening. "No, Paul. Christine has spent years pretending she's better than everyone else." Christine folded her arms. "I've spent years trying to hold people accountable." "Oh, please," Phyllis snapped. "You've been obsessed with judging me since high school." The tension became unbearable. Back at the ranch, the celebration continued without anyone realizing the explosion unfolding downtown. Victor received another congratulatory phone call, while Nicky noticed Michael Baldwin checking his messages repeatedly. "Everything all right?" Nicky asked. Michael hesitated. "I've received 3 texts." "About what?" He sighed. "Phyllis." Nicky closed her eyes. "Of course." Michael quickly left the party. He knew exactly where this was heading. Back at the cafe, voices continued rising. "You've always hidden behind the law," Phyllis accused. Christine answered firmly, "I believe in responsibility. And I believe you're a hypocrite." Paul once again attempted to intervene. Enough. But years of resentment could no longer be contained. "You think you're the hero of Genoa City," Phyllis shouted. "You're not." Christine finally lost her patience. "No, Phyllis. I simply refuse to excuse every reckless decision you make." Silence swept across the cafe. The words landed like a slap. Phyllis's expression hardened. "You have no idea what I've survived." Christine's voice softened only slightly. "I know exactly what you've survived. But surviving doesn't excuse hurting everyone around you." For the first time, Phyllis appeared genuinely shaken. Before she could respond, Michael entered. "What happened?" Nobody answered immediately. Instead, every eye turned toward Phyllis. Michael approached cautiously. "Phyllis." She shook her head. "No. I'm tired of everyone acting like Christine is perfect." Christine looked exhausted. "I've never claimed perfection, but you certainly enjoy acting superior." Outside the cafe, word of the confrontation spread quickly through Genoa City. Nick received Sharon's text. "Your mother is confronting Christine." He immediately excused himself from the Newman celebration. Victoria looked toward Victor. "I should go too." Victor frowned. "No. Let Michael handle it." Nick wasn't so confident. "I've seen Mom like this before." Back inside the cafe, emotions finally reached their peak. Phyllis pointed directly at Christine. "You'll never stop judging me." Christine quietly answered, "I'll stop when you stop blaming everyone else." The words cut deeper than anyone expected. Even Phyllis struggled to answer. For several seconds, absolute silence filled the room. Then she grabbed her purse. "This isn't over." She stormed out. Michael chased after her. Nick arrived seconds too late, finding only Christine, Paul, and stunned customers. "What happened?" Christine simply sighed. "The same fight we've been having for years. But somehow, it feels different this time." Across town, Victor stood alone on the Newman Ranch balcony. He watched fireworks celebrating the company's success burst across the night sky. For one brief evening, the Newmans had finally enjoyed peace. But Victor knew Genoa City better than anyone. Peace never lasted, and somewhere in the darkness, Phyllis Summers was already planning her next move.